So it's been well over 25 years since HBO, yes, that HBO, the one known for mobsters, dragons, and naked politicians, dropped one of its greatest original series. And here's the kicker, it wasn't The Sopranos, it wasn't The Wire, it was a cartoon. A cartoon based on a comic about a dead hitman who makes a deal with the devil. Welcome to Todd McFarlane Spawn, the show that asks, what if Batman died, went to hell, and came back covered in worms?
You made a deal, you stupid son of a bitch. You made a deal with Malbolgia.
To understand how this flaming anti-hero ended up on premium cable, you gotta rewind to the early 90s when comic artists were treated like underpaid factory workers. A bunch of Marvel guys, Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, and friends got fed up with Marvel hogging their creations like a greedy raccoon hoarding garbage. So they formed Image Comics, a studio where the creators actually owned their characters. A radical concept, apparently. McFarlane's contribution was Spawn, a gritty gothic superhero who looked like a blender accident involving Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, and Deadpool. He's got chains, a cape that defies physics, and a tragic backstory that screams 90s edge detected. But while most Image books crashed and burned in piles of neon ink, Spawn was a hit. So naturally, HBO said, yeah, let's make this violent, nihilistic, R-rated nightmare into a series for adults. Definitely for adults. In 1997, Todd McFarlane's Spawn slithered onto late-night HBO back when mature animation meant you'll see boobs and blood. The creative team, McFarlane, Alan McElroy, Mike Vosberg, Jennifer Yu, and the late legendary Shirley Walker turned it into a moody noir fever dream drenched in hellfire. Each episode opened with Todd himself standing in a dimly lit warehouse sketching and mumbling existential monologues like a Canadian Rod Sterling who hasn't slept in a week. Our main man, Al Simmons, was a government assassin who got double-crossed, murdered, and then resurrected by a demon named Malbolgia, who apparently shops at Spirit Halloween year-round. Simmons comes back as a maggot-filled corpse wrapped in sentient leather. He's promised a second chance with his wife, Wanda. But, oops, she's now married to his best friend, Terry. That's right, he literally went to hell and still lost the girl. Hell's a lot of things, but romantic, definitely not one of them. The pilot Burning Vision set the tone perfectly. A grimy alley, corrupt journalist, mobsters, gasoline, and then this caped corpse drops in like a demonic Batman on Red Bull. Spawn barely remembers who he is, but his instincts kick in. Cue the ultra-violence. We're talking throat-slashing, burnings, bullet spraying, blood-splattering goodness. Basically, what would happen if Batman the Animated Series took place in the world's worst meat locker? But, that said, Spawn wasn't about violence, it had layers. You had Jason Wynn, a corrupt government puppet master and arms dealer who starts wars to sell weapons. Basically, he's Destro if he worked at the Pentagon. Then there's Clown, a grotesque, obese demon with a voice like a nasal chainsaw constantly taunting Spawn like your worst Xbox Live memory come to life. And let's not forget Cagliostro, the series' resident cryptic mentor, part Yoda, part drunk Shakespearean ghost who drops vague wisdom between Spawn's existential crisis, as in plural. The show weaves government conspiracy, supernatural horror, and a hefty dose of who can I trust into one grim, stylish package. And just when you think you're getting answers, the season ends abruptly. Because of course it does. It's HBO. Keith David, the voice of God himself, gives us a Spawn that's equal parts rage, pain, and I've seen some shit that'll make you turn white. Every word drips with gravitas. If Keith David told me to go to hell, I'll probably pack a bag. The rest of the cast, solid. Ronnie Cox, Dominic Jennings, Richard Dysart, and John Rafter Lee all pull their weight into this demonic soap opera. Alan McElroy's writing doesn't tiptoe around anything. This show had the balls to throw around real-world profanity and hard R-rated dialogue like overkill sneering.
Men. Tell me it's somebody with some balls. And not some no-talent asshole in a faggy outfit.
Yeah, that actually aired on HBO in 1997. It was edgy before edgy became a brand. So here's the thing. Spawn walked so shows like The Max, Witchblade, and Invincible could run. It proved that adult animation didn't have to be funny or cute or sell toys. It could be brutal, bleak, and damn good storytelling. It also gave us something sorely lacking in the superhero genre at the time, a complex black protagonist front and center, way before Black Panther made it trendy. Sure, the animation's a little stiff, but the atmosphere unmatched. The sound design, the dialogue, the nihilism, it all just works. And while Todd McFarlane's later live-action Spawn movie went far off the rails faster than a burning clown car, the HBO series still holds up. It's the rare comic adaptation that understood the source and had the guts to go full inferno with it. So, again, after 25 years later, Spawn, the animated series, remains one of the most unapologetic pieces of 90s animation ever made. No censorship, no compromise, no Saturday morning time slot. Todd McFarlane gambled on creator-owned freedom, and it paid off in blood, ink, and Emmy gold. So, if you've never seen it, fire up HBO Max, light a candle, and prepare to question your soul. Because in the world of Spawn, every deal with the devil comes with a renewal fee. So, in a world of revival series, does Spawn deserve a second or third chance? Please feel free to drop your comments below and do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Till next time.